Hello there, I'm the base manager and welcome back to Space Engineers. Now, today's mission is quite simple. We need to find more resources. We have a iron mine over there and we have a cobalt slash nickel node that we found, but we haven't yet found any advanced materials such as gold and silver, which is necessary to build a medical station. Last episode I finished the episode saying I didn't really know what was going to be the next room that we are going to build. Well, I know now. We need to build a medical room, of course, with a medical station and some lab equipment and whatnot. Yeah, the medical station is the most important part. For that, we need to find silver. Silver will also get us access to better tools, but I'm actually more worried about the medical station, especially because our respawn pod is over there all alone by itself. One day something bad is going to happen to it, and it would be bad. It would not be bad if we had a place to respawn. Now, on the very first few episodes, we built this bad boy over here, the scouting rover. Right? I'm going to have to modify it. Yep. In fact, I'm even going to get rid of the batteries. So I think it would not be a bad idea to go over here and place them on discharge, given that they are so full. Let's discharge them into our other... not recharge, discharge. Into our other vehicles. And then we are going to attempt to, well, build a conversion from small grid to large grid, so we can put a large grid or detector on the back of this thing. And why are you not going down? You're supposed to be recharging the other batteries, but don't worry. Place the monstrosity on recharge. There we go. Should start to drain this now. Well, I'm going not to sit around in here for 3 days. Yeah, that was the time that it was going to take for the rover to completely discharge the batteries. Yeah, I have better things to do. Let me bring this bad boy upstairs. Have we cleared? Yes, we have. Okay, my friends, so now with the rover out, I intend on pretty much grinding everything but the chassis. We're not going to keep anything, which is kind of a shame given that these batteries are so full, but oh well, it is what it is, not exactly the end of the world. In the future I intend on having some electric hydrogen engines inside of the base, producing power for us, so whatever. I'm not going to cry about a few kilowatts of power. Okay, so with the back completely cleared, okay. God is angry with what I did, apparently. Okay. In any case, disregarding that, what we are going to do first, I'm going to put the one battery over here. After all, we need a way to move around, right? Well, I probably am going to have to do this several times, maybe? No. So... yeah, okay. The idea here would be something like this. I don't know if I can make this with hinges, but I need a hinge because I want to build the OR connector on top of it and then tumble it down. I know I can do this with a rotor, but with a hinge I am unsure. If that is the case, you know, we just place one tiny little rotor on top of it and then we deal with it. In fact, I might even just do that. This, right? So, we all know how to convert from a large grid to small grid, right? We connect a small head on a large rotor and that does the conversion. However, you can't exactly do that. Oh, really? Now it is impossible. So, as I was saying, you cannot do the same in a small rotor, right? It does not allow you to attach a large head. Or can you? Nah, you cannot. That small head or rotor head is pretty much the the same thing, right? However, we can do some, let's say, shenanigans around here, right? I just want a large rotor part. There we go. Now let me rotate this in the correct orientation. If the game allows me, doesn't allow me, I will have to do it manually. And now we are going to do something. Okay, thank you, game. But I'm just going to drop this on top of that small router over there and attempt to fit the gap, the thingy. Yeah, too far away. Please stop rotating this, okay? Almost there. Ah, come on, game, really? There we go. Quite a... What? Game? Ah, okay, no, I went blind for a second. I could not see the magnetic plate. I thought the game had destroyed the magnetic plate for some reason. Jesus. It was scary. Okay, so this was the number of attempts that I had to do until that, you know, happened. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is rotor lock this sucker, so it doesn't go rotating around. And guess what? Now we can build large grid on small grid. Cool, right? So I'm... Oh, it's not exactly aligned, but I will align it later. But now I'm going to add one of these, an ore detector. Oh, please go away, build vision. There we go. Now the reason I want to do this is because the large grid ore detectors have a far superior range than the small grid ones. So by adding this one to the rover, we'll be able to scout much further than with the small ore detectors. Now if you excuse me, I have a bunch of welding to do. Okay, my friends, so here we are. It's a little bit more. This is pretty much center, pretty cool. Let's go over here, put this one at 0. Perfect. Now you, the hinge, let's see. Ooh. Slowly, please. Don't give me an heart attack. Let's try to stow this big ass thing on the back. This is a little bit bigger than... holy Jesus. Okay. Take it easy. Well, my friends, concept-wise, this is what I was looking for, but that's only the concept because, well, this was a little bit bigger than I first imagined it. I thought this was the equivalent of a 3x3, and it would neatly pack on the back of the rover. Yeah, we can clearly see that's not the case. I will probably need to raise this by a couple of small grid blocks before I can stow the iron ore detector on the back of this thing, and it's going to be sticking out quite a lot. So yeah, well, I'm still going to continue keep going with this thingy, you know. By the way, how unwieldy are you? Just out of curiosity. Oh, it's not terrible. It doesn't drive bad, actually. Huh. And I have to admit it, this reminds me of do you know the Starship Troopers bugs, the ones that spew plasma into space? For some reason, when I look at this, that's what it reminds me of, so I almost want to keep it like this, but no. We cannot park this vehicle like this. Yeah, I will have to grind it out and build it the proper way. So yeah, just give me a moment. And there we go, guys. I think this thing is ready now. Except that I added one last block on this side, apparently. Oh well. That's fine. Can repair that right now. Or maybe not. In any case, disregard that. Thank you, game, for letting me down. Whatever. This thing is now complete. We have the large grid ore detector. I added 8 small batteries on the front. I could not add another one of those without making it look too bulkier or putting the battery in some place that would not be recommended. That way we will have enough power. Now I will have to modify the attachment mechanism for this vehicle. As you might imagine, I cannot add a connector back here, so through the top it is going to have to be. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Now I just hope that if I have to attach the Firefly to it, that the hinge doesn't behave poorly, because I'll probably will have to attach the Firefly to the ore detector. It is the only surface that I can kinda see it connecting. But we'll see. Okay, so in any case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finally just well that little bit of block over there that I am missing the plate for, and well, I'm going to take this bad boy for a spin, because we need to discover new resources. I was thinking about dropping it under the dropping it close to the ice lake base, and taking it from there to search around that general area. But at the same time, I can always take it from here, because this vehicle is actually pretty good at sticking to the floor. But I think I'm going to try the Firefly version first. You know, it's always nice to transport vehicles and such. And I just remembered something that I am missing, actually. A gyroscope.
Energy critical.
So, yeah, let me add that as well. Well, it would appear that all I needed to do was to build the freaking ore detector, because apparently we have cobalt on our base, and gold as well. Okay, that's new to me. That's news to me. At least the gold should have showed up when we were mining the iron down there. Huh, very interesting indeed. Okay, so I almost don't have to move this thing from over here. But yeah, interesting. You know what? I could also build a small antenna on this thing and have it broadcast the results while I am outside of the vehicle. That would probably be a good idea, especially when we are flying with it, with the Firefly, and taking it to the ice base. We might detect something on the way there, so another thing to add. There we go. See, now we can have the results of the ore scanner being showed to us, even though that we are not inside of the cockpit. So that's just fantastic. I'm going to prepare for liftoff now. I think I'm going to take it with the Firefly to the ice lake base. We'll park the Firefly there, and then we'll take the rover for a spin. Obviously that we are going to get a lot of ice, but well, that's to be expected in an ice lake, I suppose. Okay, I'm going to try and go for a double point connection, connecting via the connector and the other thing, but the other thing is not connecting. Why? You still yeah, there is nothing to connect to it. Okay. But it seems to be ready to. Oh well, in any case, maybe if I just move a little bit closer, I'll be able to do a double point connection. That would be just fantastic, because then I would be certain that this thing is not going to fall off. I mean, it's not going to fall off with this. I have plenty of experience doing transport with just the connector. Get out of here. It's just that it's going to wobble a little bit, and I would like to avoid that. But well, you only live once, so let's get the hell out of here. Now, on my way to the ice base, I'm going to try and fly low to the ground, so that we can pick up the signals. And if I find anything, I will let you guys know. Oh, we found gold! We found gold, everybody! But gold is something that we have apparently close to home, so I'm going to ignore that one. But it's good to know. Oh, and wait, but that we cannot ignore. We found silver. That's one of the thingies that we were looking for. So let me just bring this closer to the ground, and I'm going to create a marker over there. Okay, you can stay in there now. Well, it would appear that we are also blessed with cobalt and silver over on the ice lake base. There is so many resources spread all over the place. They are just so deep we didn't discover them first. I mean, I have found pretty much everything that I wanted. Gold, silver, more cobalt. I mean, What else do we need? I haven't found palladium, not palladium, Jesus, uranium and some other thing. I don't remember which is the name of the resource. But I don't think that you can find them easily on this planet, at least. Although in space, I know for a fact that you can find those resources. But yeah, in order to get there, we need silver and gold, and we have found that. So I don't even know if it is worth me going around and doing some more scouting. But well, why not? I'm already here, so. Just drop that, and I'm going to park the Firefly, and then I'm going to do a little bit of more scouting. You know, I am already here. Doesn't hurt to find more resources if we have more to find, so yeah. Well, guys, on this side of the lake, all the way over here, our ice base is over there. I found some silicon, which is something that we didn't find just yet. We had nickel, but no silicon. So I think that is going to make all the resources available to us. Silicon. Fan-freaking-tastic. Now, guys, if there is one thing that I discover, is that underneath that ice lake, tons and tons and tons of silver and cobalt. Like, I just keep, as I drove around the edge of the ice lake, I just kept finding more nodes and more nodes of cobalt and silver. I found at least 4 nodes of cobalt and silver, and they are always in pairs, the two of them. So yeah, there is plenty of resources over there to be had. It's just that they are a little bit, well, deep, shall we say. I don't think the monstrosity will be able to perform that job for us. I would have to dig such a long tunnel to get to those resources that I would have to spend like 3 episodes just digging. I don't think that's a productive way to get to what we want. The other silver node was far closer to the ground, so it is more achievable. And yeah, for now I'm just going to keep on searching. I still have around 30 minutes of power in this thing, so I kinda want to take it almost as far as I can take it. It is always useful to know where the resources are, so yeah. Give me one more moment, and before you think that I am taking this time to Tokyo drift around this place, yeah, no, that's a bad idea. I tried that once, and I almost flipped this vehicle, so I'm not Tokyo drifting my way. I am actually doing something important. Okay, what is this? I found this in the middle of the lake. Don't remember having this laying around. Like, I find incredible game. You delete my crate, but still you let this garbage laying around. Okay, okay, I see you. Okay, my friends, so now that we know where we have the resources, it is time to go get them. I think I'm going to go first for that gold-silver node that we have over there. Of course, the objective is the silver. We get a little bit of gold is always nice, because the one that we have around our base is a little bit deep. I will have to dig quite a lot to get to that one. But that one is actually worth it, because it is in our base. If we can dig a tunnel there, we don't need to transport the monstrosity anywhere. It's just a short drive and we are on that node. But yeah, I'm going to drop this rover, just adapt the connector thingy, grab the monstrosity, and then we are going to go and try to collect that node over there, the gold-silver one. I just need to see how am I going to tackle it around this rough terrain. Okay, my friends, I stowed the rover away. I had to deconstruct nothing because we could adapt the connector over there. But I was thinking about one thing. The monstrosity has been quite the useful vehicle. I think she deserves a paint job the same way the Firefly got one. Not only that, there is a few things that I would like to do to the Firefly now that I have been using it for quite some time. One of which would be to get rid of these lights. They are doing absolutely nothing, and replace them with spotlights. Okay, my friends, I think that's it. I went for the battered armor on the monstrosity. She's kept mostly underground, so there is no need for it to be all rusted away, unlike the Firefly, who's been sitting in here for a very long time, and that's why she's been all rusted out. Um, yep, this is an industrial vehicle, so yellow and grey once again it is. And yep, I think it is ready to go, and it is looking more beautiful than ever. Okay, my friends, so we are here. The new configuration of the Firefly makes it a little bit more difficult to fly. It's constantly tilting upwards, which is not exactly ideal. I don't think this is super flat. Let's go over here. Like anything that I do will make the Firefly point upwards. Any command, any thrust will always be pointing upwards. That's kinda not good, but okay. Monstrosity away. And yeah, let me just park the Firefly over here. Very easy. We just need to make it so that one of the landing gears touches the ground gently. There we go. We are parked. Now we have the gold silver somewhere around here. Little bit deep, which means that we should probably try to attack the situation through here, through the side, so that we can, you know, have a more gentle descent angle. The monstrosity is tough, but we should try to make its life easier, especially when it's going to be filled up with a bunch of stone and silver. Well, I brought the monstrosity really far away from the node. As we can see, it's all the way over there on top of this hill. And I found more silver right over here in that corner. Now, I don't know if that silver is the continuation of that node that we have over there. But I think that's a little bit too deep, so I'm going to try and go for the node in which we have the Firefly. Hopefully this is the right height. I think it is, but we'll see. I have a lot of digging to do now, because I will have to dig a ginormous tunnel until I reach there, that place, so yeah. Oh, I think I found it. I think this is silver. I even destroyed a little bit of that stuff, because this is so similar to the other rock, and I was looking at that signal over there. I was trying to think, how am I gonna turn around to reach that signal, and I was destroying silver. Oh well, as you can see, this is a pretty deep tunnel. I had to dig around a little bit, but now we have reached our objective. Let's consume all of it. Well, my friends, I think this is a good amount of silver ore. I got more silver than I got stone. That is usually not the case, but I'm pretty happy that this is the case this time. Our refineries are probably going to take 5,000 years to process all of that, even though we have a bunch of refineries. They still take a little bit of time to process these minerals, as these are... These take a little bit longer. Minerals such as cobalt, silver, gold, and magnesium are a bit slower. But now I'm going to mark the entrance for this cave and pick up the monstrosity with the Firefly. With the new added jet engines that we added last episode, the Firefly should have no problem transporting the monstrosity back to base. Well, the Firefly can pick it up, but if this thing was difficult to fly when the monstrosity was empty, now that it is fully loaded with a bunch of stuff, it's almost impossible. I will have to take this very slowly back to base. Okay, so monstrosity was delivered. Things were getting a little bit dicey towards the end, but oh well, we are here now. That's all that matters. Let me just take the monstrosity out of the way so that I can park the firefly. And there we go, with the monstrosity parked, this should be... Oh, it's already gone. It's so fast. Everything has been vacuumed into the refineries. By the way, this is how I connected the rover. I just messed around a little bit on those commands. Let's take a look. Let's see if the refineries are already working, because the first thing I want to get out of this is new tools. I can't wait. Let's go into production, tools. These take silicon, so I mean silver, yeah, and cobalt. I suppose I should have all of that, right? Okay, we have the silver. It's not showing up over there, I don't know why, but there it goes. Cool, give me one of each, please. Alright, my friend, so now we have new tools. I forgot to put that one over there. There it goes. There we go. Now we have new tools. Our work should start to go much quicker now. Quote-unquote much quicker, not exactly. This thing is not exactly that much quicker, but still it is a good improvement. Now, the real reason why we went and did that was so that we could do the medical room. There it is. There it is. Now, as we can see, the medical room requires medical components, and medical components require silver. So, yeah, it was literally impossible for us to build this thing before now. However, I'm not going to build it right off the bat, because guess what? We don't have any room. It would appear that the monstrosity is going to be needed once again. Boy, there is a lot of rock grinding this episode, because guess what? I'm going to start grinding probably from over here onwards in order to create a path through here, and also to have space for a wall over on this side. And then on this side of the road I'm going to create the medical room. I just need to figure out how to connect the logistics. Probably I will have to drive a pipe from all the way over here, from this conveyor, which is the last piece that we have that it is still connected to the main logistics grid, over the top of this entire thing and into the other side, so that it can connect to the medical room. However, we could, in theory, just drive a pipe from somewhere around here, either this connector or that port from this hydrogen tank, because we only need connection to the main grid to get hydrogen into our suits and oxygen, which is something that we have on these pipes. So it is going to be one of the two methods. If we attach to here, we only have hydrogen and oxygen. If we attach all the way over there, we get all the components. So I suppose I will have a lot of time to think about that while I grind away all of that rock. Okay, my friend, so I already mined out the path that we are going to use in the future for our vehicles. I just need to start building the actual road so I can put the monstrosity on top of it and clear out a little bit more of the roof over it. Monstrosity is at its maximum range, with the drills pointing all the way upwards, and I still don't feel like the weldy could fit through here, for example, so I need to shave off these little bits, and for that, well, I need to place down a couple of blocks, and hopefully I'll be able to clear enough space so that the weldy can fit through here, because I really don't feel like welding all of this by hand. I built this out of half blocks just to save us on some plates, but still, if I can have a vehicle do this job for me, I am gladly going to do so. Okay, so I made the ceiling as smooth as it's ever going to get. Now it is time for me to go fetch the weldy and see if it is up for the task. Okay, so now with the weldy in position, I'm just putting the welder in its correct orientation. I always have to tilt it up to go down some ramps, otherwise things tend to explode quite a lot. But in any case, now with the welding apparatus in position, it's time for me to start doing a few sweeps around the place. I have over 4,000 plates in the weldies inventory, so I'm going to assume that's more than enough to weld at least this very simple road. And there we go, guys, in just a few seconds everything got welded. Jesus, this thing is really quick, at least when it has the materials available to it. Oh, there was a few that I missed. Oh well, I can do them by hand. But in any case, now that we have the road complete, we can start thinking about the wall over here. And well, I will have to keep on grinding, because I still need some more space over on that direction. I just wanted to see if this was viable to do with a welding vehicle, and because I was kinda going downwards a little bit, I wanted to build the road first, so that I can have the proper orientation with the monstrosity to just dig out exactly what it is necessary. Okay, my friends, so I think this is plenty of room. After all, the medical room is merely decorational. The only functional building, it is the medical room itself, right? The facility. Everything else is just for pure decoration, so I don't think I'm going to be spending like huge amount of time on that thing, right? This space is enough to have the medical room, plus a few decorations like lab equipment and stuff like that. Put a wall right there, put a wall right there, and let's call it a day. So, first, let's remove the monstrosity from here. It has served its purpose, but it's not going anywhere until the welder is out of there, because the welder is obstructing the path. But yeah, I'm going to start laying down some foundations and see where do I want to put most of the stuff. Alright, my friends, so I was thinking on how am I going to bring the logistics over here. Well, truth be told, we actually only really need the hydrogen and oxygen, so instead of having a pipe going through the middle of the base like we have over there, right? I was thinking that I could do something a little bit more sneaky, let's just say. I'm going to try and bring the gas through here, however I'm going to corn it, bring it underground, and then I'm going to bring it below the floor, all the way over there, and then I'm going to attach it to the port that exists underneath the medical station. It's going to be a little bit more of work on my part, but I think that the result of just hiding the pipe is going to be worth it. Success! We now have a respawn point within our base, which is just fantastic. And another thing that it is just fantastic, it is offline. Why are you offline? I mean, you have connection to the main grid through here. Power-wise, maybe it's because there is no connection underneath it. In any case, I'm going to take care of piping the logistics grid all the way over there. Should only take me a moment. And here we go, guys. So now it's turning green, fan-freaking-tastic. If I go over here, I should be able to refill my hydrogen. Yep. Fan-freaking-tastic, guys. Awesome. Ooh. And this way, the pipe gets hidden underneath the platform, and we don't have to deal with it. Now, another room that I'm going to want to add in the future is a generator room, where we can place a couple of hydrogen engines to use as necessary for power production, even though our batteries are almost full. It's always useful to have something as a backup, right? So I think that having the pipe underneath the platform, transporting only hydrogen is also be pretty useful, because the engines only consume hydrogen. Alright, my friends, so it took me a little bit longer than I was expecting, but I got everything welded. We can now see the corridor that we are going to have over here. I haven't completed this wall just yet, because we still don't know where the H2O2 room is going to end, right? We don't know how many more tanks we are going to need, so I'm just going to leave this incomplete for the time being, and as we expand, I expand that wall with us. Now I haven't done this wall over here either because I was lazy. Simple. Now, over here we have the typical sign with the automatic door, which leads us to our humble medical room. We have a functioning medical bay over here, which will allow me to recharge the suit much quicker than going outside, sitting on a vehicle, and that also allows us a respawn point inside of our base, just in case the respawn pod over there gets destroyed by a raid that probably is never going to come, but we never know, right? Now we are safeguard from that event. But guys, well, this is all the time that I have for today. I extended myself a little bit longer today, and I got a lot done. Let's be honest. Finding that silver was really nice. We now have access to better tools and a medical station, and now well, other than a generator room, I really don't know how many more rooms we are going to need. I think that the base build is nearing its completion, which means that soon we'll be able to focus ourselves on space. But with that said, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. In the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye!